Welcome to Fashion Week International, a new show that reports on the most fabulous fashion weeks in the world and the culture and politics behind them. We've saved the best till last, a fashion week in the capital city of chaos. This is Lagos, Nigeria. It's home to 8 or 15 or 18 million people, depending which census figures you believe. And, like anywhere with a large population density, it's not without its troubles. Civil unrest, state-sponsored homophobia, religious tension and widespread corruption are among the many factors that have led to calls for the resignation of long-standing President Goodluck Jonathan.
Nigeria's upper legislative chamber has passed a bill criminalizing gay marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
With that in mind, we prepared ourselves for Nigeria Fashion Week with not a little trepidation. But like all the fabulous places we've visited so far this series, we were sure we'd find something beautiful behind the depressing headlines. There are many different fashion weeks held throughout the year in Lagos, but we were here for what we were assured was the official Nigeria Fashion Week. First stop was the headquarters of the organisers, Legendary Gold. We've arrived at the Legendary Gold offices, and this is the hub of the Fashion Week. We're going to go inside and get legendary service as valuable as gold. The fantastically named Lexi Mojo Eyes is the man in charge. He also looks like Don King, if Don King had gone into fashion.
We started 14 years ago. Before then, there were nothing like fashion shows in Nigeria. So we got it started, we got it propelled. But apart from that, we have a modeling agency.
What does fashion mean?
Everything. I love fashion. I love everything about it. The clothes, the dress, the makeup, everything. I love it. It's my passion. I love modeling. I like being on the runway.
The models were assembled for a fitting session, and things were getting very naked. And so I went in search of the boys.
Before you choose to use your device, so you don't have raindrops falling from your eyes. Now we fail to realize that I have to pay the price. See,
My swag is my smile.
My swag is my looks. People say I'm quirky and...
In what way are you quirky?
I don't know, I'm trying to get their own view. I ask him.
Should I tell them? This guy walks like a girl.
It's in the street.
Can you show me what the opposite of quirky is?
That's girly.
That's girly.
That's girly. That's girly. That's so girly.
Why is it important for you to represent Africa?
Because I love Africa. Africa is the best place to be. And when you come closer, you find out that we are friendly people, good people. For example, in Nigeria right now, are we not friendly?
The Fashion Week itself was being held at a slightly run-down-looking government building where Prince Charles himself had laid the first stone. It's 12:15, which is a bit worrying because the show was supposed to start at 12 and so far there's no show. There's about 6 models backstage who still haven't had their hair and makeup done, and there's no audience. We went to check out the backstage progress. Tempers were already rising.
I told you, you sit here, isn't it? You are going back this way. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So you go now. And you follow. Come back. Can they just stand here? That's why I tell you, I do not want drama. I don't want drama because I'm full of drama.
My standard mustn't go down because I'm in Nigeria, standards should be the same thing all over the world. But for some reason,
It's not the
I
way they
have
do
to
it.
adapt myself to a certain degree. People can wait and wait. They have such patience. I don't have that kind of patience. Don't deny me attention, otherwise I go very crazy. I'm a drama queen. There are circumstances in Nigeria, and if you live in Nigeria, you're part of the circumstances.
However, Lexi didn't quite see the problem.
The models, the designers, everybody is like set, so we're just waiting for our guests. In Nigeria, we come late for everything. It's always like that.
Yeah, African time is, you tell them 2 hours before the event.
If you want something to start at 12, you tell people to get there at 8 a.m. And sure enough, 2 hours after the first show was scheduled to begin, the glamorous crowd started to roll in, each one making sure to take a turn on the red carpet.
Take it up.
Whoa! The thing just collapsed on me. Oh my god. It's gonna fall off, so if I move, it's all over. We're gonna kill this beautiful lady. Go, let's go.
In Nigeria, most of us, we burn candles at home. So this is the way forward, going green.
Anyone got matches? This year's theme was Going Green. This is understandable given Lagos's critical pollution issues. Energy-efficient light bulb hats and dresses made out of leaves were made to look surprisingly elegant by the gorgeous girls. And the boys helped out by donning what looked to be lederhosen made of hay. One designer who stood out was self-taught Dabo, who specialised in pairing recycled plastic and traditional fabrics with sexy results.
I don't go to fashion school. I just learn it from the roadside.
That's my next plan now. I want to see Dabo fashion school.
Love this. Quite sexual. Do people say to you, oh my god, Dabo?
Yeah, Dabo.
I'm trying it.
I believe myself. I don't believe on any other designer.
Look, they're all going to laugh at us.
If you bring designers all over the walls, among the first 10 out of 100, it still has spirit on me.
Whilst the girls maintained a professional front, the boys just seemed to be having a great time admiring their own beauty and other attributes.
An average Nigerian man is well endowed.
The hard work you do enlarges some certain areas of the body.
So the more hard you work, the bigger penis you have.
And
Well endowed.
Guys are more vain than girls.
He's very, very trusting.
Come on, this guy is slick, he's hot, he's charming. So come on, please.
I'll give it to you.
How do I look?
Some of them can be very vain and they want perfect look. Like, have all the foundation and the powder and concealers.
If men wore makeup in the street, what would happen to them?
It's not something advisable for anyone to do. But there's a lot of discrimination in terms of you coming out anyway as you being gay.
It wasn't just social discrimination the gay community had to worry about. Homophobic sentiment had recently been enshrined in law.
Nigeria's upper legislative chamber has passed a bill criminalizing gay marriage.
A jail term of 10 years imprisonment.
I think we are right to say we should punish it. Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
We'd met Datari, a fellow Englishman, backstage. Former stylist to UK boy bands such as Boyzone, he'd come to Lagos to pursue business opportunities. However, the recent developments meant he was considering going back to the UK.
If you really can, but trust me, you can't survive without you. Why do you think I wear shorts and hats all the time? I want to be butch. You know what I mean? So I wish I could change my voice, because that's like a giveaway, but you know what I mean? If you're gay, you either get killed, or you go to prison, you get disowned by your family. That's why most Nigerian celebs or Nigerian guys go abroad to end up staying there and claiming asylum. Someone calls the police. All of you get humiliated, put you on TV. Not only are you out to the government, you're out to your family, to your friends. I mean, you've lived a lie all your life, and then all of a sudden you're on TV for what? For being gay. Eventually, if you come out of prison, you can't even go back to your hometown anymore, because everyone knows about it. Your little kids start stoning you, calling you names. Trust me, you'll get caught.
After meeting Datari and having him tell us how the majority of gay people in Nigeria have to conceal their sexuality for fear of going to prison, we started to wonder how many other people at this fashion event were hiding their true identity.
Your face, you make it ugly. Yeah, you don't do it with a fine face.
Okay, so this is our friend Blessed, the hairdresser.
Man, you are getting
From the moment we arrived, wherever we went, Blessed went too, to the extent that we could barely talk to anyone else. Off camera, he told us some surprising things about the gay community. He invited us to come and visit his neighbourhood so that he could talk a bit more freely. First, we met his mother and his nephew, and then he took us to some of his friends' houses.
This is Shiju's apartment. Yes.
After that, he took us to the biggest street market in Lagos.
We are in Dosimu Market.
This is one of the most hectic, overcrowded markets in the world, with thousands of people passing through it at all times. And then Blessed took us somewhere he could confess a few things about his relationship with the fashion world.
We're at a salon where Blessed used to work, and they're going to do my nails, because they need doing. Why did you become a hairdresser?
My mama doesn't want me to be a hairdresser, seriously. She was actually telling me that it's not a job for a guy. She feels ashamed that the son touching a woman's hair, touching every time, everybody will say, oh, he's a gay. Oh, he's a gay.
But you're not gay, obviously.
I did it. Didn't like it. You just asked. Funny ass bullshit. And I really like pussy. It's bullshit, but in Nigeria, you get a lot of connection when you're gay. Yes, because the top people here in Nigeria, they're all gays. Like, don't say it.
I won't say it.
Yeah, the one you saw there, I don't want to be in trouble.
Yeah.
But before you get to the top, you have to do something like a gay.
Okay.
You have to do some bullshit to get there.
In the fashion industry.
Yes, that's it. But when you're not a gay man, you need God too. Yeah, we need God too.
Lagos is a deeply God-fearing city, with the church having a firm hold over the population. Even some of the fashion photographers hadn't quite reconciled their faith with the decadent display of flesh at the Fashion Week.
All the models were like running around naked. How did it feel?
They were confused until they are lost. If they can know what I know or think the same way I think, they won't be doing that. All these things we are seeing, the fashion, the films, is the handwork of the devil. The devil is working harder every day because he has short time. You don't go to church. If you go to church, you will understand what I'm saying.
Despite Justice's revelation that we're all going to hell, we returned for the finale and caught up with some fellow sinners on the red carpet, including my favourite, the stylish Queen Mother of Nigeria.
This is the most glamorous woman in Nigeria.
I can tell.
I remember my hot pants used to be quite hot.
And then Mr. Nigeria, Deji Bakari, who describes himself as a rapper and a singer.
To be Mr. Nigeria, I could do like 1,000 press-ups at once. I could swim like a fish. I could answer any question.
What's the heaviest metal in the periodic table?
Right now, I don't think I'm going to answer that question right now. That's good. I knew you said me up. That's good.
It's a joke.
What I loved the most about Nigeria Fashion Week was how the designers and models celebrated traditional African beauty. There were no blonde hair weaves, no plastic surgery, and limited influence by Western design. This was truly a celebration of pure Nigerian beauty. And backstage, It was a celebration of pure Nigerian chaos. This guy is the winner of Nigerian Big Brother 2011. His arrival backstage caused further chaos, with the models, their friends and hangers-on all clamouring to get a private audience with their idol.
Please, those group of guys, they have no tag, no shirt now. They are causing chaos because they are making pictures and I can't take.
But because this was the finale show and so much was at stake, the head of security was called to come and eject him from backstage. But instead, the security guy let him off in exchange for an autograph. And here he is thinking about it. Maybe in a minute. Nah, I'll just get his autograph and let him stay. Despite the general madness, Nigeria Fashion Week ended on a high. But just as we thought our Nigerian fashion adventure was over, we were invited to this. Nigeria's Next Supermodel is a tribute to Tyra Banks' America's Next Top Model, although we're not really sure if Tyra's ever actually seen it. It's run by Joanne, former Miss Nigeria.
This is my house here on the left, and of course the right, the small bungalow is where we do a lot of our stuff with the girls.
And they've been living there, have they?
Yeah, the girls have been here.
The dozen or so finalists in the contest had been living in her garage in Lagos, undergoing a sort of modelling boot camp, along with her nephew, David.
3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm 17 years old, and today I will be giving you an exclusive interview on myself and everything around me at the book.
This is an African society. Everyone here is black. I don't know which category I fall into because I'm a white man in black African. Jesus, that is something to be worried about. The African youth is now poised with entertainment and frivolities rather than the true nature of life. We have so much to accomplish and, if I dare say, so little time.
Keep it locked down. We got the best models here in Nigeria, trust me. We're good people, lovely people. Don't believe what you see on TV, man. Not everybody's corrupt and bad, trust me.
The finale of Nigeria's Next Supermodel was being held in a luxurious hotel on the banks of the lagoon.
Here we are.
We were here to witness the dreams of one young girl come true.
So already this is very different to Nigeria Fashion Week. This is really kind of slick, it's a bit swanky, there's loads of chandeliers.
And I hear it all the time, African time. And I'm wondering if African time is different from world time, because we live on one time. People are making excuses for sloppiness, and there should be no reason for that.
The crowd promptly arrived, dressed to be seen.
Please leave the red carpet, please.
After 4 hours of dress rehearsals, yelling, people being kicked out, then let back in, the audience were finally allowed to take their seats.
The atmosphere is charged already. We know we are about to experience one of the most creative moments in the historicity of Nigeria.
They waited another hour. The models finally emerged, only to exit the room immediately. We had no idea what was going on, but we figured it was best to follow the talent.
Shall I ask them what they're doing? Where are you going?
We're going to the yachts.
we're in the venue, the audience arrived, all in their glad rags. The models walk out, they pile into this tiny van, and now they're going on a yacht. I don't know what the audience were thinking about the whole thing. But we're all right, we've got the models. We've got them. We're going into this weird building which looks like, I don't know, some weird man up there with an Alsatian. It's a very unusual situation.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Upon reaching the docks, Mr. Perfect, the choreographer, promptly engaged the models in a kind of military-style marching tattoo, all whilst wearing 6-inch heels.
How many times have you rehearsed?
3 times.
Just 3?
Yeah, they will make it.
Out on the deck of the yacht, looking around at these wonderful girls dancing under the enormous African sky, all worries we had about what the hell was going on disappeared. Of all the moments I've experienced on this first season of Fashion Week International, from blackouts in bomb shelters in Islamabad, being eaten alive by mosquitoes on a cattle truck in Cambodia, and who can forget witnessing live arse surgery in Colombia, I think that being there on that yacht in Lagos was something that will stay with me forever. And that's why I momentarily lost control of my senses.
Every night in my dreams.
After all that time on the yacht, I'd almost forgotten what we were there for, until the contestants sprung into action. Before the final results were announced, Joanne's nephew David took to the floor to perform a song he'd prepared specially for the occasion.
This young man is deep. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David. Can't you see you were made to fly, soar above the clouds. You were made to fly. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Asian, it does not matter your nationality, ladies and gentlemen. You are making history. These 3 girls are the ones that it chose.
for the first time come out in their masses in a credible, free and fair election and vote someone into power that will raise this territory into something that the world has never seen. Africa was meant to be great. We can't hide it anymore. We can't hide it.
Samba